We're about to get into it. Yes, we're going to get into how exactly do the computers coincide with you and your crystalline being, right? We're going to talk about how when you are a crystalline being, and then there are certain things that are put into place to make sure that you are connected to a system, right? Let's get into it. This is showing you the computer, the monitor, the keyboard, figure 9. Let's go past it. United States patent, January the 14th. Patent number 6506148. Patent number 6506148. To theory, measure measurements of the computer and the screen. This is showing the environmental constructs that are around you. We're going to get into a few different things. These patented documents, okay? I'm going to show you a few of these paths and how they actually coincide with you. So I think I cut this page off a bit, but I'll still be able to read it. It says that in response to stimulation of the skin, right, magnetic fields that are pulsed with certain half hertz and 2.4 hertz, such as to excite, listen, to excite a sensory system in the computer monitors and in TV tubes. When certain images emit pulsed electromagnetic waves in amplitudes to cause such excitation, it is to manipulate the nervous system. This is very important. I hope you guys are listening. Pay attention, right? It says whenever images emit pulsed electromagnetic frequency amplitudes to cause such excitation, it is to manipulate the nervous system. It is to manipulate the nervous system of images that are displayed on a nearby computer. For the latter, the image pulsing may be a program or material, or it may be overlaying video stream, either as an RF signal or a signed image displayed on a computer monitor effectively. Hold on. Sorry about that. A computer monitor effectively by simple computer programming of the monitors. Post electromagnetic fields, sensory renaissances, right? The sensory renaissances in subjects that would be you, in nearby subjects, even as the display images are pulsing with intensity. Okay. Let's see if anyone has come in the chat. Okay, I don't see anyone. I only have the hidden watchers that sit back and take notes, come in, don't say hi. It's be hilarious. Y'all so rude. Okay, either way, the implementations. I'm going to start here. The Renaissance can also be excited in this fashion. The monitor or the computer monitor can be used to manipulate the nervous system of nearby people. The monitor, which would be a television, LED lighting. I've talked to you guys before about the LED lighting being able to pick up a frequency or sequency. You can literally be monitored. That means what? They can hear you through the lighting system. I think people may have heard me say this and think, oh, that sounds crazy, but I'm going to show you today. Um, the monitor, which is a TV or the computer monitor, can be used to manipulate the nervous system of nearby people. The implementations of the invention are adapted to the source of video stream that drives the monitor, be it a computer program, a TV broadcast, a videotape, or a digital disc, a DVD. For a computer monitor, the image pulses can be produced by a suitable computer program. The pulses can be produced by a suitable computer program. The pulse frequency may be controlled through keyboard input. Listen, the pulse frequency with your epidestrial energy that you're using that comes from your fingers. The pulse frequency may be controlled through keyboard input so that the subject can tune to an individual sensory renaissance frequency, a sensory renaissance frequency. The pulse amplitude can be controlled as well in this manner. A program written in Visual Basic R in is particularly suitable for use on computers and ran the Windows 95 R or Windows 98 R operating system. The structure of such a program is described. Production of periodic pulses that requires an accurate timing procedure, such as a procedure is constructed from the get time count function that is available in the implementations of the invention. They are adapted to the source of video stream that drives the monitor, be it a computer program, a TV broadcast, a videotape, a digital disc. For a computer monitor, the image pulses can be produced by a suitable program. The pulse frequency can be controlled through the input, right? This is an article from August of 2016. We use a quantum computer based on our neural network. We use a quantum computer based on our own neural network. Unfortunately, some of that technology was passed down to us to be used for a very specific purpose. Imagine Russian dolls, and you have a pretty good idea of the true nature of our reality. If you guys aren't familiar with a Russian doll, it's a doll. You open it up, there's another doll. You open that doll, there's another doll, and it continues on to a many dolls. Look up Russian dolls to understand the effect it's speaking of, which is like a pulse or vibration as well. And you have a pretty good idea of the true nature of our reality. We are manipulating, yet also being manipulated from the outside, right? Let me see if anyone's coming to chat. Peace, Copper Goddess. Grandis says, thank you for responding. So I know I'm not speaking to Ghost, like literally. You have all these people that seem to be ghosts. Okay, so let's go. I want you guys to understand something. I'm going to show you something here, right? This is you are just like a computer, right? When it comes to a computer virus and a biological virus. Let's look at the difference, right? When you say a biological virus, these are viruses that pertain to you. Viruses that pertain to you, biological viruses. And these are computer viruses. Let's look at the difference or the similarities. Uh-oh, making a mess here. Okay. Infection, when it comes to a computer, the infection of a specific target. And when it comes to a person, infection of a specific target, same thing. The host cells, right, that hold the environment to either healing or to illness. For a computer, attach to or execute the files, integrate into the DNA or DEA for us, the DEA for us. Computer contains executable code. U contains genetic code that can be transcribed and translated. How many times have I told you guys about the genetic frequency coding, the biological binary frequency coding that is inside of you, right? This is what it's speaking of. Computer, virus, and host use same software language. You, virus, and host use the same language, genetic coding. Computer contain information that have length expressed in bytes. You contain information that has length expressed in bytes as well. Bases, it says bases, but it's bytes. It's like sections of your DNA that it's stored in. All right. Wait a minute. Source code for a computer. Source code causes behavior of the virus. The source code, whatever is put input, causes the behavior of the virus. With you, the genotype of a source or an infection, biological, so on and so forth, the genotype causes phenotype, including behavior of the person. If you're ill, if you're sick, it can cause mental issues, a person, the way that they're doing certain things, so on and so forth, right? Number 7, viruses have a small size. Let me enlarge that for you guys. Viruses have a small size relative to the host software. You have a small genome that is relative to host genome. A computer Spread to other computers. Spread to other computers. You spread to other computers. A computer virus can be spread to another computer. It can be infected. Same as you, right? You can be infected by someone else. You can even be infected by a sneeze, or, if it's in the air biologically, you can contact that, right? The same thing with your food, your water, all these biological weapons that are used against you. You can contact certain things that are relative to your genome and affecting it, right? Right. So it spreads very easily. Same as a computer. Hmm. Parasitism, right? That is copied by the host, and it is also copied by the host cells within the human, or within a starlight, a crystal light. Crystals carry frequency. We know that. One virus per file is what's in a computer. No reinfection of the same cell within us. There's a difference there. But there's only the difference that within a computer, it's in a filing system. With you, it's in your cell. So this particular cell can't be reinfected, right? It can't be reinfected if it's been previously affected and then cured. All right. Initially infected file is functional. It may still be functional. Initially affected file cell is functional. Your cells function. It's not going to die, but it's going to have some effect, right? The user does not immediately notice the infection when it comes to a computer. The host organism does not immediately notice the infection. Same thing with you. You might get a sneeze. You might get something that you notice is slightly different in your biological chemistry, but that doesn't know, you don't automatically notice, okay, I'm sick. Sometimes you can just bypass it, right? And it's over. Software can be made immune to infection. Certain software can be made immune to infection. And the same thing with your cells. Not every cell is infected. It has immunity. We have antigens, certain antigens that flow through your genome, right? Being a copper-based being, right? These things, these antigens, which are in your blood, certain blood types carry these antigens, which are sanitizing effects for the blood, right? Specifically for operating system, Windows, Unix, Linux, so on and so forth. This holds specifically for biological species, which is you. You're a biological species. Okay, want to check back, make sure if anyone else came in. The fake virus is the pandemic virus. Computer, we robot. Yes, sis, this crazy, right? This really breaks this down. This really breaks this down. Watch. It's gonna get a little deeper. All right. Now, different types or groups of viruses exist when it comes to you. Species, families of viruses exist as well. Different viruses, different species. When it comes to computer degrees of harmfulness, there are certain different degrees of the virulence when it comes to a virus. A person may be taken down, bedridden. It's affected them so bad. I may get a virus that I've attached to myself biologically from someone else, and taking that in, I might be able to dismiss it within a day or so. It may, my immune system is very high because I detox consistently, take certain herbs and things into my body, right, to keep my immune system up, having proper antigens within the blood so that when these things do come in invade, the antigens are able to attack and detach it from the system, right? When it comes to the computer, the difference in susceptibility of the computer's difference in susceptibility of the individuals and the species, similar information. Antivirus software on a computer and our immune system of hosts, animals, plants, bacteria, certain things as I was just speaking of, right? Your immune system, which has the certain antigens that fight these things off. The computer, there's a percentage of infected files on a computer. When it comes to you, there's a viral load, a number of viral particles in the host organism. When cleansing yourself, you're able to remove these things, removing the effectiveness of these host organisms, certain parasites, and things that are affecting you. Percentage of computers protected by antivirus software. You have to have antivirus software, right? Percentage of individuals in population immune to virus. They are vaccinated. And you having a natural vaccine. You have a natural vaccine within your body. The antigens, if you are a copper being, you have antigens that are in your bloodstream that actually fight against these things. So you have your own immune system that goes against these things. So they say vaccinated, I say unvaccinated. PCs, they came first. Viruses came later. Same thing with us. The organisms involved prior to infecting virus. We were here. We never had sickness until certain parasites and parasitic beings were brought into our realm, into our atmosphere, affecting the air, affecting the water, affecting the soil, and certain things, right? Now, when it comes to the computer, not living according to the Ganti definition, and we are not living according to the Ganti definition. Let's move on. When it comes to you, not only that melanin is an arrow, let me make sure you guys can see this clear. When it comes to you, not only that melanin, which we know basically is copper. When we see melanin, we know they're speaking of copper. That melanin copper is an aromatic biopolymer, right? They've used it to make electric sockets. Yeah, even some of the sockets that you might have in your home right now, they may have been made with melanin, copper melanin. Melanin, copper, bistable switch. This is a melanin copper bistable switch. This is a switch, electronic switch that has energy and frequency and electricity. The bistable switch made in 1973 by Dr. John E. McGinnis and Dr. Peter H. Proctor. It's an organic semiconductor that was created out of melanin copper bipolymer. Very interesting, right? Melanin can be used to make electronics like televisions. Melanin can be used to make specific electronics like televisions, your cell phones. You could be holding melanin in your hand right now. Computers and even robots. Interesting, right? All right, let's go back this way here. I want to show you guys something very interesting with these patents. Okay, so these are the patents, right? I want to show you the significance of these patents and what they're having to do with the computer, right? And the monitor and the keyboard that all connects to you, right? Looking at the computer. Now, some computers, these two are connected, right? They're interfacing. My computer has all the interfacing in one large screen. The screen has the computer system within it. So I have the monitor and computer, which is together, and then I have my keyboard, right? Same thing with a laptop. You know, you have your keyboard, it's all within the same component. And the keyboard, the monitor, and the computer is all within the one laptop system, right? In one component. So it's emitting everything within one source, right? Think of it that way. Now, this is showing you all these different bases and things that go together and interconnect. I'm not going to go through everything, but I'm definitely going to show you guys these patents and how they are made significantly to use with your electromagnetism. This is so freaking important. This is going on members only after this bill, guys, just so you know. So if you dip out, please do. I definitely am trying to rid myself of all stragglers in 2024. All stragglers must go. Peace, Kelly. All stragglers must go. I do not want to come into um, the new year, which is we got what, about 3 months. Give me time to get everything cleared, cleansed. And by March, I should be able to go into the proper new year with the proper frequency, the proper balance, and so on and so forth, right? That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Pieces. All right, so let's go. I'm going to get into, do I want to start here? Let me see. No, I'm going to go here first. Because I was going to get into that next. All right. Now, as we just read, it told you about the poles. It told you that the electromagnetic energy that it uses with what? Let me just read that one sentence for you guys again. It tells you that the All right, go back there. The magnetic fields that are pulsed with the certain hertz, right? Such as to excite. It's to do what? It's to excite the sensory system. To excite the system, right? It says that when the images emit certain pulsed electromagnetic amplitudes, these are to cause excitation. To cause excitation, wanting to excite your what? Nervous system. It is to manipulate the nervous system of the images displayed. To manipulate the nervous system of the images displayed. This is very important, guys. Pay attention. This pertains to you. This pertains to you. Sis say 2023 was like, look, it started in 2023, says we still in 2023, supposedly when it comes to this fake ass Gregorian calendar. You're already in the group, Randy. I just haven't sent out the meeting. I had to change it because of the gentleman. His time was kind of off, so we're going to be starting that soon too, because I want to start it off with that private screening and not screening. I'm sorry, the private group that with the guests going over this information. Yes, sis, I survived. Look, ain't nothing too tough for me. Come stand up against me. It's the problem. You go fall. You go fall. Trust and believe me. All right, guys, let's get into this. Now I'm going to show you the pulse variability in the electric field manipulation of nervous systems. Here's an abstract. Apparatus and method of manipulating the nervous system of a subject by applying to the skin a pulsing. Remember, it just told you emitting the electronic pulsing from the computer using the keyboard and the monitor. Listen closely. I'm going to read again. Apparatus and method for manipulating the nervous system of a subject by applying to the skin. Who is the subject? That's you. By applying to the skin a pulsing external electric field, which, although too weak to cause classical nerve stimulation modules, the normal spontaneous spiking patterns of certain kinds of different nerves, for certain pulse frequencies, the electric field stimulation can excite in the nervous system resonances with observable psychological consequences. Psychological consequences. You can even see it. It says they're observable, right? Pulse variability is introduced for the purpose of thwarting habitual, I was about to say something else, by thwarting habituation of the nervous system to the repetitive stimulation. So making something a habit, habituation of the nervous system, making a habit in the nervous system to the repetitive stimulation, right? Or to alleviate the name for purpose turning, I'm sorry, to alleviate the need for precise tuning to the Renaissance frequency or to control the pathological oscillatory neural activities, neurological, your nervous system, the electrolysis in your nervous system, right? The activities such as tremors or seizures. Oh, wow. It can possibly introduce tremors or seizures, pulse generators with stochastic, messing with the what? Akashic records, the binary frequency code. Oh my. And deterministic pulsing variabilities are disclosed, and the output of an effectual generator of the latter type is characterized. I wish I could. Let me show you guys the system in itself. See how it actually is showing you the way you're sitting, having an effect, having the electronic pulses. I know you guys can't probably see this too good. Ugh. See, this is okay. That's okay. I could make it larger, but I don't want to keep going into detail about this. Okay, yeah, well, just so you guys can see. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I'm going to get to the next document. I want you guys to see how it shows you. It's kind of hard. Let me drop this in the chat. I think this being a hyperlink as well. I want you guys to take a chance, take time to go and look at this. Literally, grandest says grandest. Oh, go! I told you, James. You asked me before. Go to Patreon. I'll drop the Patreon in the chat, or if someone could, Kelly or lady, could you please drop the Patreon link in the chat? If not, I'll do it before. If you guys can't find it, I think lady may be able to get it. I'd appreciate it. Drop that in the chat for me. The Patreon. All right, guys. Now, let's get to another important document I want to show you guys. Let's skip this one for now because I don't want to go. Yeah, let's do this. All right. All right. Now, this being another one of the patents associated, guys, I want to read some. I got a couple I want to read from you guys, right? This is showing construction and its constructed method. The construction, which we know is the building, construction and its methods. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to read some of this. Thought I had highlighted where I wanted to read, but probably went off. Okay, let's go. The present invention relates to a structure and a method of constructing the structure, and in particular, as the structure, a method of forming an underground structure on the ground, and a bridge method using a reinforcing bar can be considered. It relates to the construction method, right? In a route such as the road or train or a hollow communication space, listen, or when it comes to a hollow communication space, it appears at the part where another route intersects with one route, and a structure is built with its connection space as another route, right? Now, what do you think they're talking about? Let's look, let's show you guys real quick. Let me see, just in case you forgot. This is what they're talking about right here. The hollow space, see? It's showing you the diagram. This is the diagram showing you all the hollow spaces, everything as it talks about the electromagnetic wave frequency, about the strokes when it comes to the strokes on the keyboard using your epidextrial, which actually would tune in because that epidextrial is tied into your crystalline being, which actually has the pulse magnetic frequency that can tie into the computer, which is why it can be manipulated. Pay attention. Okay, remember that this is what we're talking about. Okay. Now, at this time, when constructing, hold on a second. Okay. At this time, when constructing the structure, in particular, a structure composed of underground structures, even setting the planned road surface. Remember, they're talking about that hollow space, right? Talking about the hollow space, right? In other words, exposed by excavation. When the upper part is closed on the ground to reveal a hollow communication space, and the embankment part is formed in the upper part of the communication space to be closed to form the embankment part, right? And the structure is constructed. So constructing in that hollow space, right? The hollow space, the energy, the frequency, the electromagnetic frequency coding, right? The things that are built to what? It told you to manipulate the nervous system, right? It says that the upper surface of the embankment portion is the above described planned road surface, and the planned road surface is used as one route, such as the road or a train movement, fluctuation, frequency, your energy actually controlling that, the speed, the volume of it, so on and so forth, right? It says also that while the bottom surface of the communication space is used as another route and the underground structure intersects three-dimensionally realize a structure consisting of things. The ground is interpreted as the general ground. When you think about grounding, an electrician will understand this, right? Grounding has to be a certain frequency, a pulse or energy. To deal with electricity, you have to be grounded, or you could literally despise yourself. Not despise. What is it? What do they say? I know we're not supposed to use certain words. Unalive, right? Not devising yourself of your, your breath. Let's just say that. However, in the case of a structure that is consisting of the underground structure, the ground is evacuated to some extent from the planned road surface that it has assumed. So taking on that electronic pulse, that frequency, that energy connected to you, especially if you're like using this computer every day, right? All the electromagnetic frequency and the pulse that are tied into you and any particular computer, those are strands of energy, magnetic waves, magnetic frequencies that attach to you, because what? You are a magnetic electric being, because the copper within you actually connects to these things. There's something called cellulite. These things are used in the atmospheric realm when it comes to certain things that are affected with the electromagnetism. It's inside of us as well, because we're what? Part of the ether. So now taking that ether and then putting it into a computer, building and constructing with copper, certain materials like gold and certain wirings, fiber optics, these things are going to connect or tune to you. This is why they're able to use it for manipulating the nervous system, as they said. Let's go on. I'm going to read. I want you guys to just see that they tell you how this is all part of that construction. But I'm going to keep going because I want to go through a couple of other documents real quick. Now, when it comes to this, the background of the invention, let's check that out real quick. It says virtually all human biological functions show rhythms which vary predictably over a period of just more than 24 hours. Control of these rhythms and their synchronization, I just told you about them synchronizing with you via electromagnetism. Rhythms and their synchronization, right, to the normal 24-hour depend on the specific brain region, which hence may be regarded as the body's clock. The brain region that's regarded as the biological clock, right? The proper functioning of the clock enables the internal sleep wake core temperature and of the rhythm of man to synchronize with the changing demands of the external environment, to synchronize with the changing demands of the external environment, and thereby to ensure optimal performance. Well, who said that I wanted to be synchronized and changed with any type of environment? The environment being changed to something artificial, GMO, that's not natural. Why would I want to be synchronized with any of that? Hold on a second, guys. Okay. Who said that I wanted to be synchronized? Okay, let's go. The period of most of these rhythmic approximates approximates, but does not equal 24 hours, and this is the meaning and the applicant attaches to them, right? The circadian rhythm. Uh-oh, what is the circadian rhythm? We've talked about this before. It's been a while, but the circadian rhythm, which is affected by the time, the so-called time of this Gregorian calendar, when it comes to the time going back, the time going up. Are you aware that during these times, people that have heart issues, people that have had heart implants and things of that nature, they are affected negatively by these things. The circadian rhythm actually is a part of your system, your biological clock that they're talking about, that's in your brain. That's part of the circadian rhythm that actually affects everything, your blood flow, your heartbeat, your thinking, so on and so forth. Look up circadian rhythm and the effects on the heart, or people with heart issues. I don't want to get too much into that, but it definitely affects it. Every time the time goes up or back, a person that has heart issues is affected negatively. This is important to understand. It says that the biological clock must therefore be reset every 24 hours. The phase shift to reset the biological clock hence enables the human to adapt to the changes in schedules. This reset capability is, however, subject to certain very specific constraints, right? And when it comes, it says very specific constraints, right? It says features of our modern life, like electric lighting, jet traveling across time zones, and round-the-clock work schedules, have imposed conditions on the human circadian timing system, as I just was speaking on, especially people having heart conditions. It says the systems which it stresses the biological clock. It puts stress on the biological clock every time they're messing with the time zones or saying that the time's going back, the time's going up, right? Beyond its capacity to maintain the synchronization of the body's rhythm with the external environment. It is known that the hypothalamus that is situated at the base of the brain, which is right there where you have that little, if you feel your neck, it feels like a separation, two little bones. When you go up like to your hairline, this is where your hypothalamus is, right? It's situated at the base of the spine and contains the nerve centers that are corresponding with the, Lord, I'm sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to say that. It's at the pit of your spine. I'm thinking about something with the cerebellum, Lord. But at the pit of your spine, where that serpentine energy is, this is where the Christos or the crystals comes from that we've spoken of, the black oil, the thing that accelerates and energizes due to the electromagnetism that or any type of pulses that are affected through your melanin, right? Being that the melanin, it actually can heat up to 15 volts of energy, which then sends a pulsation of your plasma through your blood, exciting or igniting that particular area, sending up through the spine, the chakra, as people say, going um, through your system to create the crystals or the crystals. Once it goes up, now you have that energy that is protruding, and the energy is what, like the light energy formation of your aura, your Torah, all of these things. The chakras have ignited this. This is the 144. I've done a build on that. Who or what are the 144? Please go see it if you haven't seen it. Very important build. That 144 is the chakra in igniting. When each of those chakras ignite, and when you add it up, it goes up, and it equivalates to the 144, bringing you to what? The Christos, the lighting of the pineal, right? The aura, your protection, which is that purification. Purification is the protection. Because when that happens, what happens? We get the crystallines, the Christ, that is the crystals that are in your brain, the crystals that are in your lungs, these things that explode from the pulsating. So these things are being manipulated by this system, if you guys aren't understanding that. So I showed you the difference or basically the similarities. I don't know why I said differences. The similarities in you and the computer. So this is why it's able to be used as a weapon against you. And I hope you can understand that. Let me check with the chat real quick. So yeah, it's so easy to be manipulated. Caught up in the web. Yes, 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 yes. It's because it makes it a part of your system. Thank you, lady. It makes it a part of your system. This is the Patreon, James. Go and subscribe to the higher level, and then you'll be able to get the other information. I'm gonna be getting started real soon. All right. So let's go. I know this is boring to some people, but I swear people don't know how important their life is, and they don't even understand some of the things that are being done to them because they're still like walking around in zombie states. They don't really understand, how their life is manipulated mentally, spiritually, physically. Right. There are so many distractions and things that are set up for people not to hear or understand certain information because internally, I don't think they are really ready for it. I'll be quite honest. I don't think everyone's ready for certain information. As I said, I get excited and hype about talking about certain things, but some people just can't connect to the truth and understand it. It's so sad for me. All right, guys, let's go. Now, I don't even know where we started. Stop that, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna start right here. The period of most of these rhythms approximates, but does not equal a 24 hours, and this is the meaning of the applicant attaches to the term the circadian rhythm. Okay, we did read that. Let me go down. I know I get talking, I get to talking, I get distracted. I'm gonna drop this in the chat because I want you guys to read this one as well. This is very important. Did I drop the other one? I don't think I did. Hold on. I wanted you guys to see that. Let me put that in here. This is from the up. That's the first one. I wanted you guys to see actually how it was set up. This one, I want you guys to definitely read the entire thing because I want to get through a couple of other ones. Um, and let's see. All right. Both of these. You guys need to make sure you grab and go intensely into the information. These are the patents. Two of the patents. There's like, how many of them? Like, I think there's like 14 associated with this whole system and setting this up. So, yeah, it's real. All right. It says, we're gonna start here. It is known as the nerve damage. Okay, I'm gonna start over anyway. It is known as the hypothalamus, situated at the base of the brain, and it is. Wait a minute, I think I got confused with the wording, guys. It's a little early. Y'all gotta forgive me, but yeah, It is the one that is right there between those two bones. The sacral bone is different from that particular part of the spine. So this is the base of the brain. Geez, it says it was talking about a different area. So let's keep moving, guys. Sorry about that, but I did drop it down there so you guys can reread that part. Okay. It is also known that right? The neurotransmitters, which are chemicals contained in the nerve endings of the nerve cells in the brain, and by means of which the cells communicate with each other, are released by the influx of the calcium ions into the nerve endings. You understand how important this is, right? I'm going to read this again. It is known that the hypothalamus, situated at the base of the brain, contains the nerve centers responsible for the timing of those particular rhythms. So, of course, if the time is thrown off, the fake time, and it's an hour back or forward, it's going to throw off the rhythm because the cycle is different. Now, it's like the clock is being readjusted. It is also known that the neurotransmitters, which are the chemicals that are contained in the nerve, and as I talk to you guys about this all the time, all those neurons are actually the electricity, the electrobiopolymer that actually helps to function your electrobiopolymer, which is your fiber optic network. This is what the neurotransmitters are. They're your biological fiber optic network, just like the computers use fiber optic network, right? This is why it's able to manipulate, being coincidence with a particular system, and by the means of which the cells communicate with each other and released by the influx of calcium ions into the nerve endings. One of these transmitters, the inhibitory transmitter, the let me see this, say this right, the Y ammonoptic, right, which is the acid, we'll just say the GABA, which is present in a large number of the nerve cells and neurons in the central nervous system and in the hypothalamus, is known to have a large part to play in the control of the human circadian rhythms because it's all dependent on the electrolysis in your mind, the electrolysis. If that's improper, if you don't have balance, that's what? Having a certain alkaline, right? If your body is not alkaline, the acids can take over and things are imbalanced. Now your alkaline is off. Now you're going to be affecting your neurotransmitters. Now you're going to be shorting out certain circuits in your mind and your brain. If you're eating meat and things of this nature, it's going to go ahead and do the same thing, removing a certain amino acids, removing about 54 amino acids just from consuming meat. This actually kills the cells of those neurotransmitters to the brain, causing dysfunction, causing consonant dissonance, causing you to have agitation, irritability, screaming and yelling, getting upset with people because you think this and you think that. These things happen when it comes to the neurotransmission. Actually having or creating enemies with your loved ones, right? Your family, your husband, your wife, your children, your mother, your father, All these things are done because of the consonant dissonance, because of the hypothalamus not being able to submit the proper electrolysis, because neurons have been dysfunctioned. Also by what? Food, air, and water, certain chemicals, the nanoparticles, right? Consuming nanoparticles in foods, consuming them in the air, consuming them in the water, right? Then you're working with the meat. You have all these different chemicals, all these things that work against your circadian rhythm, all these things that work against your nervous system, all these things that work against your physical and spiritual well being. Because when the physical well being is thrown off, not only is the alkaline within your body messing with certain things that physically harm you, but your spirit is off. Right? Because your mental capacity is thrown off. When your mental capacity is thrown off, then your spirit is thrown off. Not being able to have the proper electrolysis, which controls what? The alkaline, which controls what? The plasma intensity within the body, which controls what? The Christ like abilities, the light that shines from within, that gives you the energy. I know this is really like so boring. Let me check with the chat real quick. But you guys getting it? You guys getting it? Okay. All right. Same little few in here. I'm glad y'all here. Even the silent partners, you guys learning something. Let's get to this next one. I've dropped that. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but I want you guys to get the gist of it. So let's get to this one. All right. This is another one of their inventions. Yes, this is one of the patents, guys, that goes along with that same system, the monitor, the keyboard, and the computer. I claim an apparatus for creating bioprotective electromagnetic field comprising the combination of an electromagnetic coil for generating an electromagnetic field. The coils generating an electromagnetic field in the area of being used when you're using a computer. All these things you're sitting in front of, even your handheld computer, your phone, your laptop, a pad, so on and so forth, right? An electrical power conversion device having an input and an output for modulating within time intervals of less than 10 seconds one or more fundamental properties of an electrical power source. When said electrical power source is applied to said input, said fundamental properties, including the amplitude, the period, the phase, the waveform. I've told you guys about this so many times. The waveform. Can't get no more serious than this. Right here. The waveform and the polarity, said output of said electrical power conversion, the device being coupled to said coil for driving said coil, whereby said coil generates the bioprotective electromagnetic field. Well, isn't that you? Isn't that the same thing as your bioprotective electromagnetic field that you actually emulate within yourself? When you send that pulse of energy purging through your blood, your plasma's heated up. It's now oscillating. It's now sending out the crystalline effect to your being, to your pineal, so that now you have your aura to protect you. That is your bioprotective electromagnetic field. Do you guys see that? Do y'all not see that? I don't know. Nobody see it, but I want to make sure y'all understand it. I'm breaking it down, so. An apparatus, according to Claim 1, wherein said time intervals are random intervals, the largest of which is less than 10 seconds. So now having this computer system, this particular patent that they have inverted into this computer, being able to do what? Random intervals. Intervals are random intervals. Less than 10 seconds. That's doing what? That's making a new false electromagnetic frequency, a new false bio protective electromagnetic field that coincides with the computer, making you a part of that particular frequency and energy. Doing what? Manipulating the nervous system. It told you in the beginning, the first thing it said, to manipulate the nervous system, to manipulate the nervous system, right? An apparatus, according to Claim 1, wherein says the same intervals, certain seconds, so on and so forth, that just goes on. Hair dryers, heavy heating coils, these things affect you as well. They have a heating coil, and if you have it on, you look in it sometimes, you can see the coils, they're red. That actually emits a certain frequency as well. Just using the hair dryer emits a frequency that manipulates your circadian rhythm, whether you know it or not. It's like Man, they got so much stuff going against you in this world. It's crazy. All right, let's get to this. Patent number 5412419, another one of their patents in relations to it, right? Magnetic Renaissance, imaging compatible audio and video system, abstract. An audio and a video system that is compatible with the strong magnetic fields generated by the magnetic renaissance, that imaging equipment, wherein the MRI equipment is separated by the penetration panel into a control room and a magnetic room. The system receives an incoming RF signal through a television, through a video cassette recorder, and then separates the RF signal into a video section, that signal, and an audio section signal. So using this component so that they can now what? Direct it. Remember, it said in the beginning about directing the frequency and the sequence to do certain things. This is where this component comes into effect, to be able to direct and use it for certain specific things, right? For the procession of the frequency, the RF filtering circuits and is next conducted through the penetration panel into the magnet room, where it is terminated and filtered again by the spurious noise. Um, a processor, a LCD pixel drive, then process the video section signal and send it into the LCD display screen. The LCD display screen. I told you guys about these LCD screens that can actually pick up on frequencies, pick up sound. They can literally hear what you're talking about in your bedroom off a computer, if they wanted to pick up the information off a certain frequency. Believe it or not, it's facts. A mushroom-shaped hook is mounted in the screen, and it catches it. And a catch is mounted to a bore of the main magnet inside of the magnet room, so that the LCD screen can be attached to the bore. So you know a magnet, what? If you have electricity or current that's going through a magnet, there's now electromagnetic frequency created. Artificial electromagnetic frequency when it comes to what's inside of your body, but it's the same sequence. The audio section signal is separated into two channels, passed through the amplifier and the appropriate RF filters and the chokes, and fed into the phonemic transductor that is inside of the magnetic room, creating a whole entire electromagnetic room inside of the computer, a whole section. A headset having an interset connects to the output of the pneumatic transducer. So now you have your headset. You put your headset on. Now it's giving the input. That's why I keep telling people, guys, have those, what do you call it? The wireless headsets and all these things that you're walking around with, using with your phones. You don't even know the frequency. I did a whole build on this about a year and a half ago. The frequency that you're emitting to your brain just by using these headsets and things of that nature. Oh, man. They make everything to go against you. None of this stuff is for your convenience. These things are done for dehumanizing the person. Like literally. I don't know if y'all understand that or not. It says that, let's keep moving. In an alternate embodiment, a CCD camera is mounted inside the control room along with the microphone, so that pictures and sounds from the MRI technologists can be broadcast through the present system to allow the patient to see and hear the technologist speaking. Fiber optics connected to your fiber system. Fiber optics technology may also be incorporated into the signal that is conducted in the cables provided under the invention. I'm gonna stop right there. I ain't gonna read much more of that either. I'm gonna go to this last one because this is gonna be a short one too. Um, Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna even read that. I said I was, and I'm not. I said I was. I'm gonna say this for something else because I wanted to show you guys that, and yeah, this gonna get into too much, and I'll be up here too long because it's gonna make me want to go into the 7 stages thing. So yeah, we're gonna end it with this, guys. I told you guys I'm not gonna be spending as much of my time and energy into a lot of these bills, but I am gonna make sure that I'm significantly sending you guys proper pertinent information, so that you are able to understand what's going on. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Magnetic renaissance. You are a magic. That's right, brother. You are a device. That's right, brother. To resonate with you and to track you by tapping into your frequency. That's right, brother. Come on. See, my people be when brother probably was busy. See, he probably was in here earlier, and I didn't even know that. Peace, brother, peace. There, sis. Hey, sis. Peace, peace, sis. Grand rising, sister. Yes, yes, guys. I'm gonna leave this open to this afternoon. If you guys haven't had a chance to see it, I really want you to see it. It's just abundance of information that is very pertinent to you, right? I want to keep it short so that people can start to absorb the information. I think sometimes I deliver a lot of information. I'm talking about different things that tie into each other, but maybe if you don't understand what's going on or see it all, it may be a bit much. So I'm gonna try and do things a little differently, stay a little more focused on pertinent things and showing the information. Yes, yes, we super woke, bro. You already know we super, super, super woke. Oh yeah, we are definitely super woke. I did kind of want to get into this one other thing since I was talking about the crystalline. Maybe I will go into that or drop it. Maybe I can just drop this into the chat. Let me see. Where is this? Yeah, 'cause I got a few minutes. Not there, not there, not there, not there. Okay, yes. Okay. All right, guys. I'm not gonna get too much into this. I'll try and do another build talking about this. Shout out to Mama Chief. She sent me this article. Is this the one she sent? I think this is the one she sent me. Yes, showing the effects of protein and restriction on performance and the meat quality, having to do with the fat. You know, when they take the fat. Now, I talk to you guys about the crystalline, right? So you know the fat when they be talking like, oh, it's protein. Oh, you guys that are like trying to build muscle with certain protein, it's really fat, guys. It's animal fat. Literally, I'm about to put it in the chat because I want y'all to go and check this out. Did I copy it? I think I did, but let me make sure. I want you guys to go and check it out. Okay, yes. It shows you that they absorb the fat from pigs, pork. You think you're eating protein to build muscle, gentlemen, but it's actually pig fat. Literally. Hold on, there's another article too in relations to this. I think I have it here. Hold on. Is it in here? Yeah, this one. This is a PDF. Sometimes the PDFs do not come through for some reason. I don't know why, but this is giving you the full definition. I'm going to drop the PDF in the chat. I want you guys to see this. Listen, pepsin, extraction process from swine waste. Guess what pepsin is, guys? Maybe I need to pull up pepsin so you guys can see. Let me see. Use and let me see if I can find something real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but let's, okay. Now, now the pig fat. I just showed you guys. I'm gonna drop that PDF for you guys. The pig fat. They remove it with pepsin. It is prepared commercially from the swine of stomachs. Listen, crude pepsin is used in the leather industry to remove hair and residual tissue from animal hides prior to their being tanned. It is also used, listen to this. This is going to get into tie into what we said. That's why I didn't really want to get into it. I should have left it, but I still want you guys to understand this. It is also used in the recovery of silver from discarded photographic films by digesting the gelatin layer that holds the silver compound. So that means what? This particular compound will be able to attach to you. You're a magnetic being as well. You have silver in you, silver, copper, gold. All these things are inside of you, right? And then it says that it is used to from discarded film by digesting the gelatin layer that holds the silver compound. So that would affect you as well. I want you guys, let me see. I'm going to go to the Britannica and get you guys the whole link because I definitely want to keep this at about an hour. I might come back and do a part two on this one and just try and do another hour to go into this a little more, showing you guys the effects of this with the crystal disc. Yeah, yeah, from Thomas Edison. Oh my gosh. True from animal proteins, cholesterol, fat, where all proteins need nuts and mineral proteins is a lie. Protein is a lie. Talk about it. Let's go, True Food. You with me then? New to the channel, love the knowledge you're giving. Please keep up the great work. Asha, I appreciate you. Yes, I appreciate you, sweetheart. Thanks so much for coming through. We appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Yes, definitely. I would like for you guys to go to this link as well. The 3 links that have been dropped so far. I'm going to drop the PDF as well, but I definitely want you guys to see this and how this pepsin ties in. Prepare commercially from swine stomach, guys. You guys won't believe how disgusting this is. And then start looking up protein. Protein, what is protein? It's going to tell you animal fat. Look, it might not tell you, but when you read these documentations and you figure this stuff out for yourself, you'll see it because they tell you. It's right in your face. They don't care. They put it right in your face because they know, oh, they're not going to read and really have an understanding or understanding of what it is. They'll just, yeah, you know how they do us. Okay, let me see. Let me grab the PDF for you guys because I definitely want you guys. Yeah, we're going to go back to this. I'm going to get this for you guys. I want y'all to see, definitely take this. See, 20th International Congress of Chemical and Processing Engineering. And this goes into all the information of the pepsin extraction process from swine waste. So freaking disgusting. These people just want to eliminate us from the inside out. Like literally. I hope this link not too long when I try to put it in here, guys. Hold on. It is pretty long sometimes. Dang, look like it. Yeah, guys, it looks like I'm not. I'll try and put it if I can. Yep, it's not gonna let me. It's way too long. I'll try and put it in the. Yes, the Rockefeller Institute is fun to get. Yes, sis. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. But they crooked ass. That's why they bankrupt now. It's a wrap for them. But that's a whole nother story. We ain't gonna get into. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna try and drop it in the community tab right after. Yeah, I'm gonna hold the link and then try and drop it. So yeah, we're at an hour and 5 minutes, guys. We're gonna get ready to get up out of here. I'm gonna try. I know last night I was supposed to come back and do it live, but uh Carrie Davis was on Ad Power. I like the and respect the elder, so I definitely wanted to be over there and see what he had to say. And yeah, so I didn't come back, but I'm definitely gonna come back this evening with something. I'm gonna try and keep it short and sweet as well. Anyone that understands what's kind of going on right now, we got to make sure we're doing things in proper time and frequency, and energy has to be up, and I got to keep mine up, y'all. I can't let none bring me down because this is not the time. So I will definitely be back this afternoon. I will be over on TikTok shortly, so anybody that is familiar with the my page over there, definitely come over there. I'm not sure exactly what time I got to make a couple of calls, but I'm definitely going to go over there and possibly share some things as well. When I go over there, it's going to be pertaining to the law information. So make sure you're tuned in. Peace, love, and bliss to everyone. Until later, I am out, guys.